Hey guys, Digital Lifestyle here, back with another video. There's some controversy going on with this ETH Ethereum problem. Whether it's ETHgate, how it came about, Bill Hillman, and this goes back to 2022, and I've got a later update to show you. But this goes way back to 2022 and the suing of Ripple. Right. So Digital Assets Buy said, so Bill Hillman gave an internally vague speech that the SEC didn't really believe, so it could remain vague for years while they didn't allow anyone else through the door. Bitcoin and Ethereum could grow their networks while SEC sued everyone else. This was their plan. I believe Nancy, I don't know how to say her name, was one of the good guys, truly working in good faith, and was shocked by the SEC's behavior post Hinman's speech. I would want to speak with her before anyone else. She was at those closed door SEC meetings at Empower over Insight and James O'Keefe and Janice Foster, I think that is. Anyway, I'm going to play you this video because she's going to say
fully functional network, and you go ahead and you issue a token in that context. Those early tokens will always be security tokens. And again, notwithstanding what the speech said. And we're going, well, tokens are mutable, they can change. And that's what Bill Hinman said. And it's like, well, we don't really believe that. So, do you have.
So I think this is Nancy, and she said she didn't really believe that. Now we're going to go over to Metal Lawman, and he's going to talk about well, let's put it this way: the damage that the damage theory, the incident of the SEC, but the indictment, sorry, of the SEC, but under the Second Circuit that does not work. Great analysis. He did an analysis of the latest with regards to the SEC wanting I think it's 2 billion or whatever it is from Ripple. The rest of the SEC lawsuit against Ripple relates to institutional sales of XRP by Ripple. These purchases of XRP must have caused damage by the purchasing of institutions. The problem is that the SEC does not name a single institution that has suffered damage. The SEC refers to the fact that certain institutions were offered XRP more favorably than others and called this damage. However, most institutions will have made larger profits by holding XRP and concluding sales. Okay, there's a full video here. I'm not going to play the full video. I'm going to play you 2 minutes of it. If you guys want to watch it, please pay attention, because he is a lawyer. He knows what he's talking about. I'm not giving financial advice, but I think the case with Ripple is going to be closed soon. There have been closed meetings with regards to settlement, and I don't think the initial sales of XRP, well, given what that lady just said, Nancy, the initial sales maybe securities, but after that, but you see, it's very confusing because she said a couple of things. She said she didn't think so, it would not change, but we'll see going forward. I don't know what the outcome of what the case is going to be between Ripple and the SEC. Anyway, let me play this.
And so I need to reiterate here that in this instance, for this analysis, the question is not whether retail investors have suffered losses, because surely many have, who have traded over the years. There are losers and there are winners. The question is those who are the quote unquote victims of the violation of the securities laws are these big institutions, all of whom, or most of whom, received XRP at discounts, presumably significant discounts, and apparently profited from the transactions when they resold the XRP that they received from Ripple. And the reason I say apparently is because The SEC in its brief doesn't identify a single institution that lost money as a consequence of its dealings with Ripple and subsequent sales of XRP. Instead, it points to the fact that certain institutional investors received less of a discount than others institutions, depending upon factors in these contracts and when these transactions were consummated. And so that's the pecuniary harm that the SEC is asserting, but under the Second Circuit, that does not work, in my opinion. If you remember that footnote, it says you got to see what they sold it for to analyze whether they actually lost money. And there is nothing in that brief from the SEC saying this institution lost money from transacting with Ripple and subsequently selling the XRP.
As I understand it, right now, I feel that the SEC is just playing games with the market and just going after anything. I mean, that they've just recently gone after Uniswap, and Uniswap, I've got a clip to play from that are doing extremely well with their legal side of things. Yet the SEC's gone after them. Could this be the last play in the market to bring a DeFi into the incumbents' hands? I don't know, but I know they want everything because they don't like anything being outside of what they can control. That's the problem here. I'm going to play you this video without actually talking because you know what the algorithms are like, so I'll just let this one roll. You guys can read. If you're not looking at the screens, please read what this guy's saying. And it's basically from Shadow of Isra. And by the way, the previous clip was by XRP Drops. Bill Cooper was asked over 40 years ago about the role of a certain country in the Middle East, and it was created as an instrument to bring about the battle of Armageddon and fulfillment of prophecy, which was written in the book they wrote. By the way, that book has been manipulated with. By the way, I'm not going to go down that route because there's probably a few Christians listening to this and they're probably going to get knocked by what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, if you study your history, you know what I mean. You can't just create something in, I think it was 1946 or whatever it was, whenever they created that state, and expect those people that were there prior to accept that, because it was a place where anybody could go. It was a no man's land. People settled there, excuse me, from all nations, and now we have just one, as they call it, occupier. This is what they call them. Do you know what I mean? They're occupied. It's an occupied territory. So the word in itself should make you think. Yeah. Hey guys, I came across this, and I'm just going to call it what I think it is. I think it's a damn disgusting scam, to be honest with you. Look at the graphics on it. Yeah, please, do yourself a favor. If you come across this, pay BitPro, avoid at all costs, because it just looks like a damn scam to me. Seriously. Yes, they have the Apple thingy here, but you're downloading the trading app. Could that have bugs and all that kind of stuff in there? I ain't sure, but Apple wouldn't allow it to be on their platform anyway. You try to see. Okay, open. Not available. So don't bother. Okay, don't bother. Don't waste your time. They have all these products. They want to they offer a white label exchange. If you think about the regulations that goes with anybody that wants to set up an exchange and what the SEC has been doing, you wouldn't want to be getting involved in that either. So as far as I'm concerned, this is just a money grabber. They want your money. The graphics are crap. It's not very professionally done. It looks alright, but at first glance, and I think these kind of platforms are done to entice new people into the market and steal their money. I certainly would not be interested in doing anything with this. And I came across this interesting tweet. My tax dollars for this country, and somehow also my tax dollars for that country. Look, right, they play both sides of the coin at any given time. So we've seen that throughout history. They back both horses okay, in the race. So whoever wins, they get their dollars. Whoever wins, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So they back each horse, if you understand me. Moving on, Ripple's new stablecoin will run between the United States and the UK. Listen.
Cryptocurrencies, in terms of native cryptos like XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're not all the same, right? They're not all created equal. I think what's becoming much more popular in the industry now is more sustainable technologies. So the XRP ledger and XRP is there's no mining or proof of work or proof of stake involved. So the computational cost of validating transactions is almost zero, right? Very, very low cost and very stable in terms of pricing. Stable coins, again, not all created equal. You have a massive range from the algorithmic type stable coins. We all know the Terra story from a few weeks ago. And then now what we're seeing emerging is stable coins being issued by regulated entities. So I can't give you the names yet, but there's two projects we're working on, one in the UK and one in the US, working with banks that are regulated, who will be issuing stable coins, and the reserves will likely to be held at a central bank in a central bank account. So very different from the algorithmic stablecoin. We as Ripple work across all of these technologies. And then, of course, you've got central bank digital currencies, which essentially is the highest form of digital currency, right? Issued by the central bank, backed by the central bank, the most secure form. As a company who's working across the payment space, we're embracing all of these. We see they will all play their part in the future of money. Today, cryptocurrency is less than 1% of all the money. Central bank money is less than 10%. The rest is all commercial bank money. So it'll be interesting to see, in 5 or 10 years, how does that look when it's all digitized? Will stablecoins be 90% of the market and CBDCs 10%? Or will CBDCs actually be allowed to grow and be a much higher percentage of the money supply? I don't know. That's for the policy makers to decide.
So they're working on a project between the US and the UK, stablecoins. XRP's also got the AMM, automated market maker, I think it is, market maker, that's it. They've also now getting more projects to work with creating decentralized projects for institutions. So that said, is XRP the coin that you or I, which I am, invested in, be the way forward? Not financial advice. If you like this kind of content, please do like and subscribe. Moving on. This space is evolving, and I think with what's going on within the Middle East, we're going through a transition from analog to digital, and a lot of people don't understand that. They still look at the old system. That's the issue here. As paper money is being eradicated, we're going into the form of digital money, which will be held on your phones, or some people may even have chips. I'm just speculating. Anyway, if you like this content, please do like and subscribe. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day. DJet Lifestyle out.